Hey, it's Dave from CheapWineFinder.com. Today we have a French wine, a kind of a classy French wine. Not that expensive, but it is the Legend Bordeaux Blanc 2019. Legend spelled L-E with a little accent over the E, and has a E at the end of it, just to let you know that it ain't from around here. And it's the brand from Baron de Rothschild Lafite of Bordeaux Grand Cru First Growth fame. And it's their line of export wines. I think 95% of the wines, I was told, are sent abroad. They're big in China and they sell a lot here too in the United States. And the Legend line is mostly from vineyards that they don't own, that they contract with. I think the top of the line one is a Lafite wine, but that's beside the point. These are all affordable by not being part of the main estate. This one lists for 19, but I've seen it online for like 11.50 to about 15, maybe a little higher there, depending on the area. So it's not crazy, but it's a Bordeaux Blanc, and what Bordeaux Blanc means, it's a Sauvignon Blanc. And in Bordeaux, they add some Semillon to their Sauvignon Blanc. So if you like Sauvignon Blanc, you're going to like Bordeaux Blanc. It just goes to show. And this is, you drink it now, it's a 2019. It's a drink it now, young wine, you know. It's not meant to be aged. The sooner you drink it, the better it is. And but it's a kind of a classy wine. It's from a big name producer, and that's one thing I kind of like. There's a lot of people who make $100, $1,000 wines that's all they do. And Lafite does make those $100 and thousands of dollar wines, and yet they're making this affordable drink it now wine too. And props to them, because the big guys don't always do that. I'm going to take a sip. It's really good, but it's going to be different. If you're a Sauvignon Blanc drinker and you're used to maybe New Zealand or, you know, wines, the Sauvignon Blanc wines of that nature, got it in my glass, I got a sip. This ain't that. The Semillon rounds off the flavors. You don't get those spiky things. Like sometimes New Zealand can get really sharp notes, like spiky kind of. I mean, it's flavors. Spiky flavors are not bad. They're just, you know, it's not like a cactus or anything. But you get these maybe pronounced flavors, and this Semillon just kind of mellows it out and just makes it fat and plump and juicy, but still bright and delicious. I mean, the flavors are great in this thing. A little chill on it. It's, you know, it's a Lafite wine. You're not drinking, you know, a brand wine. It's their brand wine, but don't take another sip. It's got that acidity that I like. You know, the best acidity gets you reaching for your glass before you actually say to yourself, I want another sip. I mean, it just makes you do it. It's kind of like, I use this analogy all the time. It's like why they put pretzels in a bar. You start eating the salty pretzels, and pretty soon you're drinking more beer. This has the acidity that gets you drinking more wine. Where am I? I'm just like in 4 minutes, had a couple of sips. Now, why doesn't Bordeaux say Sauvignon Blanc on the label? It does say it in the back label. In France, they expect you to know these things, you know. It's the local wine, you know. It's Southwest France, you know, it's the river valley coming right off the Atlantic Ocean. Everybody in France knows that Bordeaux Blanc is Sauvignon Blanc, and they expect everybody else to know what France knows. But, you know, it's one of those things, once you learn it, you know it. And, you know, Sauvignon Blanc is one of my favorites. You know, I like it from everywhere. But if you haven't tried the Bordeaux style yet with the Semillon in there, you're missing something. So this is pretty cool. I like it a lot. It's got great flavor. It's got great mouthfeel. It's on lees, so it's got that salty thing going on. It's kind of a classy one. It's long, delicious. delicious, and it really kind of does Sauvignon Blanc right. It's the Legend Bordeaux Blanc 2019. It's young, but it's got some sophistication, and it's pretty darn good. And that's it for me. Until the next time, we'll always have something coming up the next time. Podcast almost over, and I couldn't wait. Had to take a sip. So, adios. Keep it cheap. Cheap Wine Finder over and out. I'll talk to you later.